office. If the government says, I'm going to pass a bill for people not to sin anymore, they will throw the government out of office because anything bad, mankind seems to love. I don't know why, but this is the way it has happened since after sin. So you may want to consider green clean. You should consider not eating meat, especially black women in childbearing age. Young black women should never eat meat because 8 out of 10 suffer from fibroids. And when you eat the meat, you are feeding the fibroid by increasing the dysbiosis in your endothelium, which is the lining of the red blood vessel. And you go through that over and over. The knife, cut, over and over. The majority of cases is in the African American descent in terms of that disease, fibroids. Let's talk about water. Most people believe that the water in your tap is no good to drink, so you decide to buy bottled water. And we begin to purchase bottled water, not because we feel like doing it, we buy it because of the type of income we have. So if you notice some people buy ordinary water for $1, and then when they start to look for a little more income, start buying sparkling and Albion and TV and more expensive water. You see them like when they come to drink from a fast station, usually it's routine cheap water, but make that noise for me, you should be able to do better for Jesus. Give the Lord a better round of applause. First, I want to recognize where I am, and I want to bring greetings to the angel of this house, this ministry, All Nation, Bishop Dr. Evans, Grant, THD, and First Lady, Sister, I hope I could pronounce that one, Stacy Ann, I thought it was, Stacy Ann Grant, and all its your ministers, pastors, clergy, people of God, I greet everyone in Jesus' name. A few moments ago, I was just chit-chatting with you because when it comes to health, it is endless. And if you don't need what I have to say this evening, there are people in the hospital right now or somewhere struggling and begging God for what? For their life back. Trust me, if somebody right now is begging for a second chance, things has not worked out the way they thought it would. There are prayer meetings taking place now for brethren who are sick and are struggling with their lives. So I'm here today to teach how to live a healthier and better life. And my goal is, if you understand the concept, what dysbiosis does for your system, when your endothelium is in a dysbiosis environment, it means that you are in a toxic environment. The church people are supposed to understand this before the entire world. Church people supposed to know what dysbiosis life is because of sin. You know it's bad. You know there is no good ending results because of sin. You could play with it, have fun with it, do whatever it is, but the end of the day, there is no good results coming out from sin. It's the same thing with the physical body. There is no good results with dysbiosis in your system. However, before I begin, I have my two good friends who I just made friends with in the media room will help me this evening with this presentation because we have some challenges. I may not be able to control it from here, but they promise to be my partner like we're playing basketball. They pass the ball to me and I pass the ball to them, and we're going to work together and we will make this thing work so it will happen. In so doing, the secret of good living is in the garden. Don't look at me like I'm mad. I did not create the garden. The lady look at me, oh, you could talk about garden. I mad with God if you're mad about garden, because plant life gives life. Plant life gives us wood to build houses. It came from the garden. Gives us fiber and cotton for clothing. Came from the garden. And medicinal properties for the healing of the nation came from the garden. Read Ezekiel 47:12. So at birth, all of us, when David says, wonderfully and what? Fearfully made, some people never even understand what David is talking about. He's talking about when you're we were in our mother's womb. God makes sure to knit in lactobacillus, bifidobacterium into our system so that our bodies have its own defensive mechanism. Meaning that we were created to be healthy. And if you get sick, the body has the ability to heal itself. And everything is, look, you got supermarkets in, I've not gone to any of them yet since I'm here, but I can make a guess. It's all over the world. Only 5% of the square footage in a supermarket is dedicated to garden food. Go and check it out. The rest of the supermarket is junk. All the big set of stuff in people's shopping cart is junk. And they feel guilty, so they go to the garden section and purchase a half a carrot. Just to show people like, hey, I'm doing something. I have never seen it in my life get crowded. To say, well, wait a second, that small amount of food cannot supply the whole county because you don't have enough for everyone if everybody buy. So you will think that everybody's bum rushing the garden section and it always run out. It doesn't run out. That's why they have spray watering this stuff and hoping it don't perish before they can sell it out. The bananas, sometimes the groceries have to be throwing them away because they're what? Rotting. People aren't buying it enough. And our backyard, same thing. The majority of the backyard is to entertain friends. I want to entertain Tanti Mull because she coming this weekend. We want to have a barbecue party. And then a small little area in the backyard, have a little garden. And your refrigerator, same thing. You know the clear trays to put garden foods in? Less than 5% of square footage is in the refrigerator, dedicated for garden food. So when you open your refrigerator, even Christian people backslided and telling people, the stuff you see in the refrigerator is for dogs. It's for my dog. And if I was a dog, I will bite my owner because they're lying. They're eating the food. When you put the junk in the food, you don't give it no dog no ice cream. But sometimes we suck the bone and we dry it. Not knowing you don't even want to feed the dog. Dog come in and say, he want piece of whatever you have to eat. But behave yourself, sit down. So let us begin this evening. And I want to begin with a disclaimer because according to the FDA, we cannot make medical claims on garden food. And obedience is greater than sacrifice. I think I read that in the Bible somewhere, and since I read that, I get straightened out in my life and say, wait a second. Maybe this don't make sense what I'm about to do, but I have to obey it. All right? So let us begin. This information about herbs, fruits, antioxidants, and other products is for general health information only. This presentation is not to be used as a substitute for medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment of any health condition or problem. You should not rely on information provided in this statement for your own health problems. Are you seeing me? Could you see me from here? Okay. Number 2. Okay, I'm waiting. It's not working. They will get it for me. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Just wait a minute, they may have some challenges. Just move to number 2 slide for me, just move it down. Okay. All right, thank you. Any questions regarding your own health should be addressed to your own physician or other healthcare provider. Alkaline P84 sugar blocker, Pastor John, makes neither warranty nor express or imply representation whatsoever regarding the accuracy, completeness, timeliness, comparative, or controversial nature or usefulness of any information contained or referenced by this statement. Very nice. Alkaline pathogen does not assume any risk whatsoever for the person listening to this information contained herein. Health-related information changes frequently, and therefore information contained in these statements may be outdated, incomplete, or incorrect. Statements made about products have not been evaluated, number 4, have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended, number 4 please, is not intended to diagnose, treat, mitigate, care, or prevent any disease. Use of these statements, number 5, use of these statements does not create an express or imply patient-physician relationship. You are hereby advised to consult with the physician or other professional healthcare provider prior to making any decision or undertaking any action or not undertaking any action related to any healthcare problems or issues you might have at any time now or in the future. You agree that neither Alkaline pathogen nor any other party is or will be liable or otherwise responsible for any decision made, any action taken, or any action not taken due to use of information presented. Number 7, you also agree that neither Alkaline pathogen nor any other parties are not medical doctors, and I don't want to practice medicine. I just want to teach you how to live healthy. Go to the black slides for me now, number 1. All the way, just skip it and go to the back, the one. I am not a medical doctor. I am a certified holistic health practitioner. I'm naturopathic. I'm a certified health and wellness coach, teaching you that every time you eat or you drink, you either feed a disease or you fight a disease. You have to decide from here on what you want to put in your body. Every time you have food in your hand, you should Google from now on muscle response testing. Our bodies was designed to tell you, doesn't matter what food you have in your hand, to tell you if the food you're about to eat is good for your body or if it's bad. You want to learn, Google it. You want to Google stuff and you want to read stuff, I'm giving you homework to do. And when you understand how to do it, then you will know that when you hold the food is in your hand, is it good for me? And your body slightly go forward, it means the food is good. Like some people on the job, before lunch, you want to know how she was good all the time, and how come she's under the weather? What's wrong? Because the gut and the brain is connected. And the brain is telling the gut, tell her that food she's planning to eat today is no good. But the sauce and everything, she likes it so much that it embed inside of her that the person started to get sick before you even what? Eat the food. Before you even eat it. So dysbiosis, as we talked about earlier on, means that you have an imbalance in the different types of microscopic organism living in your body. It is your body. It is my body. Listen to me good. The life you save might be your very own. Because some people not even care about coming to a meeting like this. I don't blame them, because guess what? Before I was sick with cancer, I wouldn't show up either. I was bad. I used to eat everything. Anything whatsoever. I had a righteous diet. A righteous diet, you know what a righteous diet is? It's called seafood diet. It's not eating no good food from the ocean. It means that every time you look at food and you see food, you what? You eat. And you really don't care if it's good or bad for yourself. Sugar, we love it. One of my favorite drinks in my old days was Pepsi. I didn't drink Coca-Cola because Coca-Cola supported apartheid. So, but it was same damage. So I bought Pepsi instead of Coca-Cola. If there were too many of some types and not enough of others, they don't work with you as they should, that they might work against you. Number 3, thank you. Dysbiosis means there is a lack of diversity and balance in your lining of your red blood vessel. That is what damaged your pancreas. That is why we've seen 136 million people in America is diabetic or pre-diabetic right now. There are people coming to church, and before they come to church on a Sunday morning, you have to shoot up your insulin. You have to take your medication. There are people who come to church, and when in the middle of church service, you will see him, and when you see, oh, that brother, he always have, in the spirit, you think he's on his way to heaven, because we have a way, because guess what? I'm in church since 1974, and nobody can skin up your face bigger than me in church when we're ready to pray, and we start with all the antics and whatever the case may be. And you think he's getting closer to God. And when you get closer to him and you listen to him, it's not tongues. It's acid reflux burning up in his system. Happens all over. So dysbiosis means when there are imbalance, it changes how the bodies function. Next slide. You see, dysbiosis makes us more vulnerable. We like our people, my people love to say, they say I have diabetes, but I'm not what? Claiming it. It's the most popular statement in church. But without a strong immune system, you are vulnerable. Nobody cares how much times I repeat something. What cares about is what I put in my system, how you take care of your body. Nobody even care about us. Notice, when we die or we have a funeral, and he's a churchman like myself, it's called homegoing service. Everybody's happy for you. Nobody's crying for you at the funeral. The only person crying for you at the funeral is the one who wants to fight for the gold teeth that might leave, or the gold chain or whatever. They'll look at the fight battle. But the rest of people waiting to eat food. So funeral now is a wedding. And when you go to the repast, instead of them crying for you, they're cracking some of your jokes. What you used to say. And they're laughing out loud. One of the big laughter places you have ever gone is better than a wedding right now. Better than banquet is a repast. It's classy. A matter of fact, some people is like, you better be careful, because they look at you and say, wait a second, you look like a repast from me. I need to get one. I ain't going to. I didn't go to one a long time. I need to go to one now. I'm telling you. So you're vulnerable to what? Infections and germs living inside and outside of your body. Next slide, please. Oh, she's doing good. It can also interfere with the other important services our microbiome normally provides for us. Next slide, please. For instance, your gut microbiome. Let me tell you what your microbiome is. Where is your brain? You point to your head. Where is your heart? You point to your chest. Where is your microbiome? Point to any part of your body. Your microbiome is in your eyes, your toes, your knees, your genitals, your mouth. Sorry, folks, but if you still have eyebrow, it's in the eyebrow. Some people scrape it off so they don't have no more microbiome, because they scrape that thing off so hard that it's unbelievable. But if you still have one, therefore it's in the eyebrow. Look at it here. It provides you, your microbiome provides you with many services by interacting. Sai, come a minute, please. By interacting with your body's multiple ways. Excuse me a minute. multiple ways. Next slide, please. Okay. Yes. Bacterial dysbiosis. Don't you know that we are more bacteria than human beings? We got 40 trillion bacterial cells living in our bodies. And we have 30 trillion human cells. So when you paint up yourself and you're walking down the street and you're playing, you won't talk to nobody, all that and bag of chips, all it is bacteria. That's it. It's just the bacterial. Why are you making style? This is who we are. Very small and simple. Bacterial dysbiosis is in your gut is directly involved in various gastrointestinal disease affecting your digestive system. You might have dysbiosis in your mouth. That's when you have yeast infection. Next time you want to kiss a boy, ask him to open his mouth. Anytime you see the white tongue, the tongue white, run for your life. As yeast infection takes place in the genitals and also in the mouth. You might have it on your skin, in your intestines, urinary system. If you have signs of these symptoms of bacteria and viral and fungal infection or overgrowth, you need to seek help immediately. I'm advising you. The complete microbiome, this is what I want to talk about. This P84 stands for, P is for phytonutrients. God gave us the God, Genesis chapter 1, verse 11. When I finish here today, you have two choices. You have to see Sister Dr. Sharon and get the product, or I give you all the ingredients. You go and farm it out and mix it yourself. Either way you want to do it. It's fine with me. But you need it. This P84 is 84 different ingredients. Restoring what? The lactobacillus, the bifidobacterium back into your system. What happens when that happens? Your system begins to transform from being dysbiosis into alkalosis. From being dirty to being clean. You have a pH of your blood system read 7.365. It means you're healthy. If your system is acidic, it means that you're sick. From a mild fatigue to a life-threatening disease. That means your immune system now is strong again. So your body could function correctly, so you now have the ability to live, according to Genesis 6:3, shortened by 120 years. Next one, please. Oh, bleeding of gums and your tooth decay and cavities. Next one, please. Thanks. The digestive problems. Dysbiosis can lead to various digestive issues, including bloating and gas. Oh, Lord, Father, if you have dysbiosis and it's bad, thank God you have a good church here, but some churches, Holy Ghost scared to come because when the person tantimal pass gas, Holy Ghost have to leave and go somewhere else. Severe dose of dysbiosis. Very, very bad. Gas and diarrhea, constipation, abdominal pain. I think somebody was saying this morning on the call that once a week or very seldom the person use the restroom. People are going through stuff every day. Next slide, please. Thanks. Chronic inflammation and imbalance of your gut microbiome can contribute to dysbiosis, which is a hallmark of many diseases. Next slide, please. Increased risk of infection. Dysbiosis can weaken your gut barrier, making individuals more vulnerable to infection. Yeah, thank you. Chronic disease. Dysbiosis has been linked to various chronic disease, including IBDs, Sound like a political party. You belong to the IBDs. Obesity. In America, we have a gym in every county, every borough. Every zip code there is gyms, dietitians, health food stores, all over. America, like we have, is similar to books. America buy more books than everyone else. That's why you have the New York Times best-selling books. Yes, still we number 38 in reading. So something is wrong. We always buying books, but how come we can be 38 in reading when we buy more books than the whole entire world? So how come we have in New York, Brooklyn, we have, I feel sorry for him. He spent a lot of money. And he opened a massive herbal health food store. And he opened the store next to the Chinaman restaurant. Chinaman restaurant there for 50 years. He opened his health food stores. People passing him and going and buy chasuka ifan and rice and wings and all kind of stuff the Chinaman selling. Guess what happened? He went bankrupt. The health food store went bankrupt in my neighborhood, and the Chinaman's still there. Chain is still selling his stuff. Fried rice and everything, all them greasy food. Everybody gets it. And when the sisters, you ever see how the sisters go and when they eat in the drop, they got to take the little finger and wiggle it back up in the air and close one eye when they're eating? No, seriously, when you're eating a little cake and ice cream, you don't share it with nobody. Let me see where we are now. Type 1 diabetes, type 2. They tell us diabetes. Yeah, people have more masters than Tiger Woods from college, and they're still pronouncing the word wrong. They say it's diabetes. Because they tell you have to take the medication for life. So it's either you die, kill diabetes, because diabetes will kill you. Next slide, please. It may help with brain health, heart health, cancer. Back home, we used to say, I cannot, sir. When they tell a teacher, I can't do it. Cancer is cancer. I cannot do it, sir. Alzheimer's, ALS, Parkinson's, dementia, Alzheimer's. We saw this thing play off on TV, and like nobody cared how they treated our former president, President Biden. You saw how they were pushing him around because of his cognitive decline. He can't help himself. Some of us may have parents experiencing these things. Take care of yourself because you hope to never get there. Next. The P84 the sugar blocker fighter power pack may help you people benefit, such as gut health, the immune system. Next, please. It may help fight dysbiosis and play a role in all conditions and disease. The key causative factor that you could Google, and as I see my audience, I'm senior to everyone here. You could Google right now and Google the word dysbiosis. Look at spell. You've seen it over and over. And see what dysbiosis is if you never know what dysbiosis is in your life. Google it. That's why anything that can help fight dysbiosis is important for preventing and helping treat disease and conditions. We know it in church, anything. Who could get us to heaven? There's no other name but Jesus Christ. So we know we have no alternative. In order to be healthy, at birth, in your mother's womb, You were surrounded with what the fluids was alkaline fluids. Natural birth. The woman birth canal is loaded with lactobacillus, rhamnosus, and acidophilus that gives to the baby. And that milk you have in the breast contain 13 vitamins, 16 minerals, 10 amino acid, 1 essential acid fat. That reason for that milk was to feed the baby. No, he's saving it, and then he disappoints you. Oh, Lord Father, let me leave them in church. But I'm saying it's for feed the baby. What you give the baby? Cow milk is for baby cows. Human milk is for baby human. If your wife pregnant now and she got milk and you don't feel good tonight and you're feeling sick, guys, drink that milk. At least you get it for free. I'm telling you, drink it. I'm not kidding with you. Google it and see the benefits of breast milk. Just Google it and see. What human breast milk is the strongest milk in the entire world. And if we feed the child correctly, the child now could have a chance to go through its first 25 years of not getting sick. Because guess what? The body keeps what? Repairing itself. Even in adulthood, the brain neurons are capable of forming connection. And in certain area of the brain, they can multiply and increase in number. Next slide. One of the main, she's doing good. One of the main drivers of this process is the brain-derived neurotrophic factor, which plays a role in memory and learning, like your hippocampus. To memorize and to remember things. It can be found in areas of the brain responsible for eating, drinking, and body weight. Many common brain disorders has been linked to decrease the levels of the BDNF, including depression. 54 million Americans diagnosed with depression. 54 million. The entire Caribbean islands included French and English speaking, Puerto Rico, Cuba. Everything is in Caribbean. Included the city of Miami is 42 million people. We got 54 million people are depressed. And you ready for it? And there are 30 million undiagnosed Alzheimer's, which is known as stage 3 diabetes. Next, by doing this, it may be effective in delaying or even reversing many brain disease and age-related decrease in the brain function. That's why I overemphasize on the complete microbiome health P84. It may help people. It become effective and even reverse many brain disease, age-related disease in the brain function. People who are suffering from tumors, Parkinson's and Alzheimer's and seizures, multiple sclerosis, all different neurological problems can be reversed because your body has the ability to do it on its own. It may help improve the memory and attention, which seems logical even in the BDNF. Next, please. The P84 may help improve the function. You heard me talk about it. Your endothelium. Forget about the word itself. It's the lining of your red blood vessel. Every 120 days, we get new blood cells. It takes 20 seconds for the blood to leave from the crown of your head to the sole of your feet. All day long, 20 seconds. And 75% of your blood is water. So if the blood itself is contaminated, what do you think eventually will happen when it starts to go through the entire ecosystem? Eventually, you will be sick. So it improved the function of the endothelium, which is the lining of your red blood vessel. Next, please. This P84 that I will explain to you before we finish exactly why I'm speaking about it in this manner. When it comes to heart disease, is improving the function of your endothelium, once again, the lining of your red blood vessel. Next. P84 may contribute to the death of cancerous cells. I am not talking about something I read in a book. I am a surviving cancer survivor. It's not to be taken lightly, because if I get back to my old ways and indulge in sugar again and acidic stuff, the cancer will come back and kill me. I am doing 15 years and I'm counting every day. December 20th will be 15 years. I learned to appreciate. That's why when people ask me how I'm doing, I say every day above earth is a great day. And if you doubt me, if you're from Caribbean people like to doubt and argue with you with everything you tell them. They like to argue. No. They like to argue. If you doubt me, try missing one and see how it feels. The P84 may help reduce the angiogenesis, growth of new blood cells in the tumors. Next. May help reduce the spread of cancer. When they ask you to do something back home, you say, no, sir, I can't, sir. Everything negative, I cannot, sir. I can't, sir. I just got that this evening from Brother Craig. I like it. It's the first time I'm using it. I had to get familiar with it. P84, because of the restoration of your entire ecosystem, may help to clean up the cellular mess by producing specialized cells to mount an immune response, including the neutrophils, the lymphocytes, the phagocytes, the macrophages, the leukocytes, the basophil, and the monocytes. It may help in the treatment of cancer because it helps wash. We know about washing. Are you washing the blood? We sing that song all the time. Wash it. Clean the system out. And it helps strengthen the immune system. It may be recommended for lung cancer, bladder cancer, prostate cancer. 1 out of 3 Caribbean men. Ladies, listen to me. We don't have much men here. But you have sons, you got brothers, you got uncles, you got male in your family. 1 out of 3 Caribbean black men will be diagnosed with prostate cancer between the age of 45 to 80 years old. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. We have the highest rate of prostate cancer than anybody else in the world. Even the African Americans and the Africa from Nigeria have a lower rate. The Caribbean black men and doctors don't know what it is. To this day, scientists are still throughout the entire Caribbean. They test the spice in the food, everything. They cannot tell us Why? It's among us so much than any other male figure. India have the lowest rate. So you need to get yourself checked out at least once a year. I'm advising you to go and get yourself checked. It's very, very important. Don't wait until I was ignorant to the fact. I'd never go and had myself checked. And by the time I got sick, it was stage 4 cancer. I wish I knew to have myself checked early. That's what drove me back to school to become what I am today. I wanted to know more about what's taking place, how I was sick this bad, and now I'm healed. Even now, I am used for placebo testing by scientists from Sloan Kettering Cancer Center and Downstate Hospital. I go every time they call. The last time I gave them this year, they asked for my stools because they're experimenting on an alkaline system, transplanting this fetal matters into animals to see if they could find a cure for a lot of sickness. The science is telling them that if you take a sick person and you drain the fetal matters from that person and take a healthy person and implant it into the healthy person, it will start to rejuvenate the entire ecosystem. But they're in testing right now. That's how far science is advancing right now. Ovarian cancer, cervical cancer, vulvar cancer, birth canal cancer. It may help with ladies, please, take care of your breasts, because you think people love you, but when you see you're sick with breast cancer, sometimes you're standing alone by yourself. You alone going through it. It's not easy to be sick with anything, especially cancer. My wife supported me, but it was I alone lying down on the bed with what? The cancer. Nobody else had it. All different types of cancer. Throat and the liver, the brain, the lungs. P84 will help to restore. Next, please. The entire system. What about gynecological? Pancreatic cancer. How about multiple myeloma, lymphoma? I have 2 patients. One was in New York. We have a hospital in Brooklyn. No, you should be glad you're not living in Brooklyn. That hospital, every time you go in, you know what? You know that? It's a wonder only. Every time you go in, you don't come out. Huh? Oh, they have one down here too? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. But in Brooklyn, I think we had the worst. Kings County Hospital, when you go in, trust me, you're not coming back out. There's only one way. And if you want to go fast, they put you in the slide and you go straight to the morgue. This young lady, and I'm telling you the truth. Ladies, don't get upset with me. That's the most beautiful young woman I've ever seen in my life. I talk about pretty. Pretty still, she started glitter. But she had stage 4 lymphoma. And the second patient I had was in England. Stage 4 lymphoma. Both of them went to the doctors and asked the doctor, should I use this what is being recommended? The one in England read it and says, wait a second, this thing sounds great. I think you should use it. And I want some for my family also. So the doctor brought for the family. The one in Kings County Hospital says no to her. He says, when he read it, he says, this will flush all the toxic from your system. But we want to see if the chemo will work first before I tell you to use it. By the time they finished with her, and they couldn't help her no more, she came to me on the Tuesday, make the order. The order came the Saturday to her, but she was dead by the Thursday. She never even got a chance to use it. We can even, I buried her, and we can show her in the casket, the chemo disfigure. Don't pray to see it. She looked like an animal when you finish with you. Like something is not human when the chemo mess you up. So nobody cannot see it. Next, please. May help prevent cancer from showing up in the first place. Next. So Alzheimer's, let's talk about Alzheimer's in a minute. It's the most common form of dementia and may contribute to up to 70% of dementia cases. On my wife's side, I am 67, my wife is 67. Her side of family, parents, uncles, aunties, all of them suffer and die from dementia. I know what I'm doing now with her. This is what I'm talking about here. She don't have no forgetful memory right now because I'm on a case every day. She have to drink it like drunken sailor going out of style. Every day I mix it. Before I left home, I mix a portion for her. She has everything. It's there for her. All she have to do is open her mouth and drink, because I said to her, I don't want to be no honorable husband pushing you in a wheelchair in the mall for people to say, oh, look how nice, and he's a good husband. That might be great also, but I want her side by side walking with me with no sickness. I'm more proud of her to not to ever get sick with no cognitive function, loss of no memory. So what we're doing is prevention. My daughter and my son is heavily on this what I'm talking about, because the dad, me, had cancer. So they have to do what? Prevention. I don't want to hear nothing about they getting cancer. I don't care what nobody tell me. No cancer coming back to my family ever again. My siblings and brothers, and I give them the instructions, but not everybody take your advice. But the people I could labor on, my wife and my children, and them is what I could control, or try my best to control them and do everything you possibly can. It is known that dysbiosis and oxidative stress play a role. The complete microbiome may help clear up all the protein tangle called amyloid plaque. That is what destroys the blood-brain barrier. The blood-brain barrier job is to what? Receive nutrients for the brain and block all pathogens and all foreign invaders from entering your brain. Next, please. It may help by boosting the brain neurotransmitters, the serotonin, the dopamine, reducing inflammation and encouraging your brain to function again correctly. Depression is also linked to reduce the brain, to reduce the levels of the BDNF and the shrinking of the hippocampus, a brain area with a role in learning memory. It may help with reduce anxiety through studies on humans. Next, yes. Endothelial dysbiosis is a common complication in diabetes, diabetes, and then the next one they used to, I don't even know when they go to school. The teacher more done sit than the student, because the teacher is telling me the word is diabetes, and I trying to tell her, no, it's diabetes. And they're beating me. And when I get home, they beat me again to pronounce the word. Right? Then they tell it dialysis. When they look at the word, I say, but it says, die in all this. You get licks for that too. They beat you to say, dialysis, die in all this. It is characterized by impaired function of the endothelium which is the lining of your red blood vessel. Next. Thank you. What about the vascular complication? Endothelial dysbiosis dysfunction is a major contributor to cardiovascular complication of diabetes, such as diabetic nephropathy, renopathy, and neuropathy. A diabetic patient needs the P84 in the morning, and they need to take the sugar block on lunchtime. Use it every day, and they should visit a doctor in 6 months' time, and he should take you off your medication. If you decide to stay on it every single day and watch the level of your A1C begin to drop. Microvascular complication, diabetic renopathy, eye damage, and the kidney damage, and the nerve damage are all linked to endothelial dysfunction when your lining of your red blood vessels is wriggled with dysbiosis. It's almost like Martha saying, by this time he stinketh. Means that it's very bad. Look, it may help with the treatment and managing diabetes by controlling blood sugar, blood pressure, cholesterol levels. And you notice some of the disease, they give you all kind of fancy names, so you like to have it when they tell you you have cholesterol. Oh, it looked like a nice lady to date. Hey, sister, cholesterol. No, seriously. It sounds like a pretty lady. Cholesterol. Nice name. But bad. Bad, bad, bad. Yes, ma'am. Next slide, please. The P84 may support people with digestive system, bloating and gas. I think I went through that already. Constipation. Look at the word constipation. So your A1C 6.5 and above is diabetes. Below 5.7 for your A1C, you are good. For your fasting sugar test, 99 or below, you're good. I was hearing a testimony of a lady just started using the stuff, and she was very high, and she's doing so well. It's unbelievable. I hope she continue. Next, please. We come to now to let you know that 84 microbiome friendly ingredients, 15 targeted probiotics, 10 globally sourced botanical blends, 2 powerful formulas, 1 superior system. This is the restoration. What is the difference when you hear people speaking about products? Oh, I brought something before and it didn't work. Why are you arguing with me? It didn't work. Go back to the person who took your money and give them some pressure. But no, you want to, oh, I must sit down and listen to you complain about your guy who's selling this stuff that didn't work. He home sleeping, and I have to hear your complaint about what he gave you and what he didn't give you. So what is the difference? Is this an ordinary dietary supplement? The answer is no. This is a food. It's organic. Listen to me good. Here what we start off with. It restores the lactobacillus rhamnosus. And you got to bear with me. It's 50. I'm going to read out. You need to Google it. Because pretty soon, other companies might start making something similar, but you're not going to see these numbers to the end of it. So lactobacillus rhamnosus LRA05. That's the difference maker. The lactobacillus rotary LR08. The lactobacillus plantarum LP05. the lactobacillus longum BL 21, the lactobacillus acidophilus LA 85, the lactobacillus helveticus LH 76, the bifidobacterium breve BBR 60, the bifidobacterium bifidum BBI 32, the lactobacillus paracasi LC 86, the lactobacillus casei LC 89. The restoration from the P84 is the phytopower 1, the phytopower 2, the lactobacillus saki LSA 79, the bifidobacterium adolescentes BAC 30, the lactobacillus saccharomyces SB01, lactobacillus weismania BC 99, and the bifidobacterium lactis BLA 80. The P84, just drink it. I get so much. Look, the biggest mistake I make one day is look at the food your mama gave you and ask a question. Right? And when you ask a question, they beat you up because you're supposed to just eat it. So I am saying to you, P84, drink it with knowledge or without of knowledge, just drink it. Just drink the stuff. You will see results. Next, please. I fought and I won. I am cancer free, and thank God for giving me my life back. That prayer I prayed when I was sick, I borrowed from David. When David sinned, he asked God for his life back. You get sick, you want to pray for somebody that is sick, ask God to give you your life back, your health back again. Next. That's why it may act as antifungal, antibacterial, anti-inflammatory, antihistamine, antiviral protection shield for the body. What am I saying to you? If your system, according to Dr. Richard Cutler, the amount you put in your body is directly proportional how long you're going to live. Next, please. Yes, thank you. Hepatitis B and C, all types of virus. Right now in the U.S., yes, we in the U.S. I travel so much, I have to remember that. When I'm out of the country, when I'm in the country, Corona is on the rise again. And they're telling us that if it turns out to be another pandemic, people will beg for the original Corona to come back. Because they said this one is coming back with a revenge. This one is saying, wait a second, I should have killed more, I should have licked up more people. I missed some of them, I come back for them now. Start to use the P84 to build your system, that if it show up. I did that in Antigua back in 2019 on my radio program in 2019 all over New York. People laugh at me when I was talking about in Wuhan, China, and it's coming. A matter of fact, a woman in Antigua called and yelled at me, and she started speaking tongues because, you know, those types and whatever the case of me, that God will never allow coronavirus to get to her country until it started to take them down one after the other. We had a church in New York when the governor says close the church. He said, no, we have Holy Ghost. They opened, and the same day they opened, 115 people had corona. Out of there, within 10 days, 15 died. Because we live in the epicenter of coronavirus. I live in Brooklyn. It was Brooklyn, Bronx, and Queens. You could literally see the death angels taking people. At nighttime, you only hear screaming by the neighbors because of the loved ones. It was, whew, don't ever live through it. Next, please. It may help with chronic bronchitis, COPD, cystic fibrosis, lung cancer, all types of viruses. Next, please. It may help with neutralize the harmful free radicals that can cause chronic inflammation. Next. It may help improve the body's resistance to all kinds of disease. If you could resist, if we could be like a dog in coronavirus, the pets in your house, you have coronavirus and you sneeze on the dog what? Never get it. Dog laugh at us. Animals didn't get it because the system was what? Stronger than the human system. We have the standard American diet. Everybody like America, including me. But we paying the piper standard American diet. All you have to do to America, just pinch, and everybody fall down. Weak immune system. All kind of fancy cars. And this and iPhone and all kind of stuff. Next, please. Improve the blood flow and keep your veins healthy. For the blood to flow through the system, the nerves got to be functional again. One of the most terrifying effects of poor blood circulation is women who suffer from alopecia. And for men who suffer, don't ask me to explain it, please, just ED. Start to learn the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And see if you can pick out the two, ED. And go and find out what it means. It may help with migraine headaches, fibromyalgia, bronchitis, hay fever, aches. Next, please, psoriasis, hives, and swelling. It may help. Oh, this one I talked about it before. Protect and even repair the lower portion of the esophagus. When you have acid reflux, take care of it. You at risk for stomach problems. You at risk that the esophagus possibly could collapse on you. One of the most hardest diagnosed type of cancer, apart from pancreatic cancer, is stomach cancer. A lot of people die within a month. It's hard to detect it. Next, H. pylori, anxiety, depression, loss of memory, thyroids, seizures, fibroids, herpes. This is not pigeon peas. This is not rice and peas. I know we like peas. It is herpes. You could offer me once, offer me twice. Me not want, me not want, me not want. No herpes, stay away from it. 1 out of 5 adults and teenagers is infected with genital herpes. Stuttering, numbness, kidney disease, gastritis, colitis, endometriosis. Next. It may help with lupus. This is not Lexus. I know you like us. But this is not Lexus we're talking about. This is lupus. There's not no Lexus car. All right? Sickle cell anemia, ALS, multiple sclerosis, dementia, Parkinson's, scoliodoma. Next, please. Help with stomach upset, menopausal flashes, menstrual problems, hemorrhoid. Ladies, please. Now, I am your best friend because I'm going to teach you that you could overcome all that stomach upset and menstrual problems. All my granddaughters that are here today, yes, I am going to help you. Conjunctivitis, uveitis, cataracts, glaucoma. Sometimes the first lady said, thank God they can't see no more because they're always criticizing what you wear. Macular degeneration, retinal detachment, flutters, eye disease, dysbiosis in the eyes. Next, please. Reduce the flu, chronic inflammation, chronic dysbiosis, and reduce high cholesterol. Next. What about allergies? Have you noticed now the allergies, the new thing? Lady asked me, she's allergic to what? Watermelon, allergic to pineapple, allergic to orange, allergic to papaya. And then you ask her, well, what about hot dogs? No, I'm not allergic to hot dogs. You're not allergic to hamburger. All good stuff from the garden, allergic to broccoli. That's madness. Everything from the garden you're supposed to eat, how you could be allergic to it? You're allergic to ketchup? No. Salad dressing? No. Ice cream? You ever notice people with ice cream? You know a real ice cream eater when they see ice cream on the nose. Always somehow the ice cream is get to touch the nose. And you have to wipe it off. And then just leave it for a while. Stroke, low energy, non-communicable disease. It may help with the onset of diabetes, dizziness, tuberculosis, blood vision, chronic cough. People are coughing right now until they have to go to the ER. And medical science don't even know what's wrong. Next, please. So add it to your diet, my friends. Make it part of your daily routine. Next, please. This is 100% organic. Sickle cell anemia, erectile dysfunction. Let's keep going, please. Thank you. When your gut microbiome is working properly, it tells the difference between cells that are yours and cells that is not yours. Next. When your gut microbiome is working properly, it activates and mobilizes to kill germs that may harm you. Ends an attack once the threat is gone. When your gut microbiome is working properly, it learns about germs after you had contact with and develop antibodies against them. Next. When it's working properly, it sends out antibodies to destroy germs that try to enter your body in the future. At the opposite end, when the body is polluted with dysbiosis, it's the results of pesticides on our fruits and vegetables, the chemicals they clean with, the cookware you cook with, the preservatives on your processed food, and your high sugar. Have you ever heard anyone with a sour tooth? It's always sweet tooth, right? Everyone have a sweet tooth. And it's be laughing. Every time you ask somebody, they say, I have a sweet tooth. They're like the giggler. Until, notice when people eat in the junk, you ain't calling no bishop. Bishop is not involved in your junk. You eating if your bishop only call you. You ain't even answering the phone. Man, you have to wait. You're eating the ice cream and the cake and the carrot cake and the cheesecake and the icing and all the different junk that people eat. It's when the disease come now, the laughter come off your face. Pastor, Pastor, oh God. Pastor, I didn't do anything, you know. I just like a son like that, I get sick. And poor fella, you have to leave and pray and say a hard prayer for you and all kind of stuff. Shake you down and all kind of stuff trying to pray for you. But when you was having your stuff to eat, you didn't call and ask him. I say, think I can eat this ice cream? No. Dysbiosis is because of medication people taking. Antibiotics that killing 15,000 people every month in America. People take antibiotics and die every single month. Affect your gut flora. So when your loved one die, 92% of the cause of death on the death certificate is wrong. The World Health Organization wanted to start to speak the truth because they're killing you faster than anything else. They won't put any death certificate. We made an error and the medication we give your loved one is what killed them. No, 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 they get something to write, and they write it. And guess what? It's the only profession, a pathologist, only profession in the world you could be wrong, and nobody can sue you, because when they bury you, nobody come into what? To see if he was right or he was wrong. That's it. Within a few days, his job is over. What about anxiety and stress and weaken the immune system? Next. Next, please. Next. Next, please. This is the P84 power pack. You got the fighter power I, fighter power B. I will explain to you in a minute. And the 1 and the 2 is P84. Next. The fighter power 1 and the fighter power 2 is the P84. This is what is in my drink right now. This P84. It comes in powder, and you mix it inside of this here. Kiss your diabetes goodbye, meaning that you need the P84 in the morning time, and you need the sugar blocker that will restore your endothelium, the lining of your red blood vessel, which will activate the pancreas again. Next. If you want to lose weight, you need the P84, the B, the T, and the W. Next. So the fighter power B, T, literally will burn the fat. Next, the fighter power W is coming next. We'll get it in a minute. Literally helps the body produce a hormone called GLP-1. The lactobacillus gasseri will raise the adiponectin. Next. This is me. I lost 49 pounds. If somebody could help me here, please. Okay, I got it. Thank you. I lost 49 pounds of taking it off. So yeah, I was a fat boy. You see my vest I have on? This was me. I purposely wear it because it's big. Look at my shirt, right? I can put my hands here because it's too big. If my daughter here, she will get upset with me because she wants me to buy a new wardrobe. But I'm an old man. I'm not looking for no girlfriend. I can dress anyhow I want to. And I don't care about how I look. You understand what I'm saying? You understand me now? You young people now, we have to figure out how you dress. But I don't have to figure out how I dress. I passed that stage. And this is what happened. What you see inside there. This is 49 pounds. I think it's about 55 now that I take off. This is it. Are you with me so far? Because the fighter power W raised my adiponectin that regulates the fat. The fighter power T burn it, never to come back again. You hear what I'm saying, good? I was going to tell you exactly what was going on in my household, but we'll leave that for another day. No, because, some of us, although we in church and we bishop and stuff, we have a big belly, but you don't care for your wife because you keep damaging the lady organs and the gizzard and kidneys and all kind of stuff because the belly is too big. You know what I mean? So we have to take a step back. Next. This was in London this year in March. Next. This is when I lose the weight, but I didn't lose the head. So the head stay big and the body gets small. So if I continue to get small, maybe I might lean like this here. Then the head stay big. This was March 2nd in London. Next. This is a Uganda church in London in March this year. Next. This is in New York. This is when I had the big belly, and now how I look again. Next. Next. This is Dr. Tamia. Pretty soon you will get to know her. She's our boss. This young lady is my boss, Sharon boss. She's in charge of all of us. This is what she was. She was big like baby Thelma, and now she lose over 100 pounds. No, seriously, she was big like baby Thelma, blew up. I'm telling you. Many years ago, I think it was 20, let me see, 20 or 25, no, 30 years ago, I had a friend living in Opalaka. Is it we far from Opalaka, yeah? Okay, it was Opalaka. Noxie was nearly 600 pounds. Those days they used to have, I think they used to call something Slim Fast. No, you guys too young to know. 30 years ago, you under 30 years, so you wouldn't know, okay? But he used to take about 12 of those and mix it together, and then buy 2 hard dough Jamaica bread all together and fix it up and eat. And he have his radio, he goes to the beach, and he tells you his wish in life, he's looking for a wife, but he don't want a fat woman, he's looking for a size 4. Unfortunately, he passed away, and they have to take off the roof to take him out of the house. It was too big, and too can't go through the door. That's what happened to him with sizes. Next. Next. So the Fight to Power X. When I go to a church, I forget to remove this from my slide because the man's supposed to be holy and your wife is supposed to be praying all night. When you go home, you're supposed to have all-night prayer meeting. You shouldn't be drinking Fight to Power X and doing whatever you're doing, but it's for extra energy working in the gym. So maybe you guys may not need it because I am taken to a holy place. Next. Yeah. Oh, something happened. Next. We get it in a minute. But as you Fight to Power X for men who wants to live again, you know, they come into church, some of them is fresh. So ladies, I'll give you a secret. Download the national anthem on your phone, and next time we lost connection. All right, next. Yeah, download the national anthem on your phone. Next time they talk to you, tell them to listen to the national anthem. If we're supposed to stand up like this for a national anthem, if you see them fall along on the ground, you know they waste of time. Next. Next, please. The sugar blocker. Fight to Power B. For the first time in history, we have the ability to block sugar. This is loaded with white kidney beans, elabarinos, picolonate. If you take those things, red beets, green coffee beans, block the sugar, protect your gut. Next, please. The average person supposed to use 32 grams of sugar a day. Now the average person is drinking what? 212 grams of sugar. Some of you looking like me if I'm crazy, but you already, if you go home tonight and somebody touch your chocolate in the fridge or eat your ice cream and you just know if somebody take anything because the way you left it and you come back and you see like a scoop take out of it, you get mad. Next. This is the P84. Next. Feel the power of green food, red food, yellow food. One guy called me on the radio and said, don't touch his yellow food. I said, what kind of yellow food he eat? He tell me he eat cheese. Orange, blue, and purple food from the garden. Next. 69% of people don't eat enough green food from the garden. 74% of people don't eat enough red food from the garden. 74% of people don't eat enough yellow and orange food from the garden. And 76% of people don't eat enough blue and purple food from the garden. Next. So the P84, once again, is 100% organic. Grown on organic farm, no animal-based product is in here. Go ahead, please. Next. Once again, the lactobacillus and the bifidobacterium we already went through in details. Next, please. And next. Again. Hold it. These are the 84 ingredients. I promise you to give it to you. You should take screenshots. If you don't want to buy the P84 and you want to grow it for yourself and form your own garden or source it around the world and get it for yourself, you have the opportunity. Barley grass, green apple, kale, spinach. I'm not going to read it out. You can take snapshot. The next one, please. These are all the ingredients in the P84. One after the other, 84 different ingredients. Next, please. Once again, where we see them, pomegranate, pomegranate you call. Look, my lady over, where you call it, pomegranate? Pomegranate, yes, that's what they call. Acharella cherry. Next. Echinacea, purple cornflower, and all the others. Next. Jerusalem, artichoke, inulin. Next. Biobab from Nigeria. Spinach, moringa leaf, kale, kelt, spirulina, chlorella. Next. Noni, acai berry, red beetroot, cranberry, pomegranate, curcumin. Next. Next. Keep going, please. Next again. More again. Inulin from the Cherokee root. Next. The P84 is the phytopower 1 and the phytopower 2. Next. This is the diabetic chart. Take a snapshot or get it on Google and they will let you know exactly where you're supposed to be. Next. I'm coming to a close. I'll be out of here. There's a big difference between adding years to your life or adding life to your years. Next. Our body needs 13 vitamins, 16 minerals, 10 amino acid, 1 essential acid fat. Next. You could take a snapshot. This is my Zoom meeting every morning at 8 a.m. Next. Every single person that is sick has a pH that is too acidic. We come into a close. I maybe have 2 or 3 more slides. I'm not sure, but we come into a close. Every single person that is healthy has a pH that is alkaline. We need to get ourselves alkaline. How do you know you're testing? You could simply purchase this on Amazon. The pH tester you see on the far upper right-hand corner of the image. That's what you literally test yourself to see where you are. Next. 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 This brings us to a conclusion. I am now open for questions for anyone. Have a question for me, or you want to ask on behalf of a friend or something, please feel free to ask the question. Where's Sister Sharon? No, she's not there. Yes, who has a question? Nobody? So if you don't have a question, then I will be relieved from this here. affiliates, raise your hand. Okay, if we have distributors, Mr. Sai in the back there have some stuff for Dr. Tamia and also the book that she wrote. So anybody wish to get these books, you can speak to Sai in the back when they finish. Okay? So now, the person responsible for this meeting this evening is Dr. Sharon Wiles, Ambassador Wiles. And we want to thank God that she brought me to church yesterday. We had a presentation there last night. And now today, we have a presentation today. When I leave here, last week she brought me to Cayman. When I leave Florida, I will be in Atlanta doing the same thing in Atlanta this coming Wednesday. I'm getting next trip after Wednesday is Fort Myers. From Fort Myers is Jamaica. I'll go to Yard from the 2nd of August to the 8th of August, doing meetings throughout the island. Then I go back to Jamaica because I'm a missionary. So I need to spend time, at least 10 days, attending to patients who cannot afford doctors. I see them for free because some people cannot afford to go to doctors. So I do scan and give them everything that they need. So I do that every year in Jamaica. Then is Seattle, Washington. Then is Arizona. Then is Antigua. Then is Sweden. So, thank you. England, yes, she maybe have England on my list also. She's the boss. Everybody looking at her, you ladies, you know you're the boss. Every woman knows she's the boss. You see what? Look what you did to us. And I don't even know why you're still doubting. You give us a wallet to put money. How much money could hold in a man's wallet? And you give yourself a pocketbook. So you're the boss. Else you would have give us the pocketbook and you would have get the wallet to put your money.
Thank you, Bishop John. Come on, put your hands together. Did you learn anything this evening? Are you happy you came? Are you happy you came? Are you going to turn things around and do things different? There you go. I'm truly grateful to have Bishop. And you know what? Yesterday was his wedding 46 years of wedding anniversary. He hates me put him out there, but to make that sacrifice to leave his beautiful queen to come to be here, we're truly grateful. So if you have any questions, we're going to do a quick Q&A right now. If you are open or willing to come publicly and ask a question, if not, we can do it privately where you will see him one-on-one. Let me use this opportunity to welcome the bishop of this house and the first lady, Bishop Evan Grant and Lady Grant. Put your hands together for him. Yeah, we're going to do it. So what we're going to do now, we're going to do some free testing, alkaline testing. All right, if I can have my two ladies here come and help me.
Go back. Slide back. Stay right there. Keep it there.
Okay, so let me get I'm going to get some hand sanitizers. If you'd like to get tested, please just go over to these two ladies over there for me, please. Over the table, just form a line and go over there and get the strip. All right, so after you do the test and you see whatever level you are, you could just look on the screen and it will tell you whether your body is acidic or it's alkaline. We're gonna give you a sample of the P84, and then afterwards you can do another test and it will literally show you the difference by just drinking some of the P84, all right? So we're gonna go through that process now. Then shortly after that, if you have any questions in the meantime, just come on up and ask your questions, or if you'd like to meet personally with Bishop John, then let me know. You have a question? Oh, okay, go ahead. Anyone with a question, just come now. Or if you'd like to meet with them personally, come and let me know you'd like to meet with them personally.